Yes, this video is stupidly late. Yes! I just cleared my throat and yes, I'm playing Call of Duty again. There's a lot that happened this week. And by a lot, I mean not really, but it all kind of happened within the weekend. And my weekend was crazy in comparison to the rest of the week, which is just a mess. My name is Insane Raven and I'm back with another letter from the field. So let's talk about this, right? So this is Easter, obviously. I hope yours was well, being that I'm going to be uploading this somewhere around 10 o'clock at night, and I don't think you have much of an Easter left to enjoy. So it was a wild Easter. It was when I say wild Easter, I mean not really. I went to work and I was bored a lot of the time, because you know who doesn't want to go to a hardware store on Easter? 90% of America. I'll talk about more about that later, because there was a lot of work drama, I want to say, but even though it really wasn't drama, because it was all stuff that like did happen and was kind of important. So let's rewind. So I'm gonna talk about today, then I'm gonna kind of like step back in time as we kind of go through the week, because so today I woke up. Today started yesterday. And what I mean by that is that a Cincinnati kid now lives kind of far away from me, so don't get to hang out as much as we used to, or as much as we would like to. So whenever he's in town, we kind of make it a big deal to spend time together and hang out. Well, the last time he was in town, kind of just because of XYZ things, we didn't get the chance to hang out or talk. That was kind of a bummer for everyone involved. So because of that, we kind of like unanimously, can you use unanimously when there's only two people? Unanimously, we decided that, yeah, that shit wasn't gonna fucking happen again. And yep, he's an idiot. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the fuck just happened though, and it was an idiot. That's what happened. So last night, just before midnight, at like 11 o'clock at night, we start texting, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing? Are you up? Like we should hang out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we should." And then at 12:13 in the morning, it's a midnight 13, I got a text saying, "Hey, I'm on my way." I'm like, "Alright, cool. If you're all hanging out, we kind of have to hang out at my place, because there's no one here, and my younger sister isn't comfortable being alone. Because recently, some shit has kind of been going down, so she's not exactly comfortable with being alone." And he goes, "That's fine. We'll hang out at your place. No big deals." And so he did. He comes over. He gets there at about 12:30, and we hang out until like 6:45 in the morning. And this entire time, we are laughing. We're playing Fallout 4. We're talking about life. We're having a great ass time. And basically, it was like one of those nights where like everything's out on the table, and nothing is not fair game. And I love those kind of nights. I love those kind of nights for the main reason it's like, because here we get to be real. Here we get to be honest. And it's one of those things that, me and Cincinnati kid, we, like, that's the only way we'll hang out. Like, we'll goof off, we'll play, and we're talking about whatever. I don't know why I use play like we're in elementary school, but like, we'll hang out, we'll have a good time, and whatever. But we'll address this serious shit we need to talk about. And not only will we address it, but we do eventually talk about it. And we do, like, say, no, we have to have that time. And so just the fact that in the space of that 6-hour time block that we kind of had together, like, we hit all the steps, and it was amazing. And it was just like, oh, I remember why this was so important. I remember why it was borderline traumatic when we didn't get this. The last time he was in town, and last time we were like in the same vicinity of each other, I recognized why this was an issue. So there was that, and then now we get to kind of go back into yesterday. Um, Yesterday being Saturday, if you're watching this. And Saturday, there's a lot went into Saturday that's been kind of like building up the past couple weeks. Now, what I mean by that is that I talked about recently about how my dad bought land, and it was great that he bought land, and he's on this new chapter of his life, and I hope I used those quotes, because that would have been really poetic, and I'd strive to be poetic as fuck, and that would have been amazing if I did, and it would have been the capitalization of everything I wanted it to be. But he starts doing this thing, and he's like, alright, I need your help. I'm gonna rent out a bobcat, and we're gonna go work the land. I need your help. And I'm like, alright, this is gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big project, So, I have no problem helping him out. Well, the issue is that he told me about this like change of moves like 2 weeks before he moved the date. It was supposed to be 3 weeks out, and then he moved it up a week. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to ask off for work a month in advance when it comes to these kind of things. When it comes to things on the weekend. So I'm already in hot water. So now I have 2 weeks to tell people. And they're going to tell me, you have to find someone to cover your shifts. And I don't know anyone here to cover my shifts. So there's that. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to build a lie. And I start crafting this lie like no fucking tomorrow. It started Friday when I'm going out into the country. I'm going to kind of go off tonight, and we're kind of be in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna have a couple drinks. We're gonna have a couple of drinks. We're gonna have a couple of sandwiches. We're gonna have a picnic under the stars. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be a good time. And because of our time restraints, I'll just pick up my check Saturday when I'm able to. And like, yeah, that's good. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. So I start kind of laying the groundwork down, and I come in. I'm like, hey, you got my check? They don't got my check. I'm like, all right, cool. Not a big deal. I'll pick it up tomorrow. So Saturday comes, and I'm supposed to be in work, and we have just started working the land. We've just started putting the work into the land, and it is. And then kind of start us out. We didn't have the bobcat at first. So for the first like hour and a half, 2 hours of the job, we are sitting there and we are like working. I am doing terrible. We are working this land. Like we are picking up trees and shit. We're like we are working this shit, and we're doing great, and it is awesome, and it's intense, and it is like everything I expected it to be. I'm swinging this axe, I'm cutting shit up, I'm picking up roots out of the ground. We are working the land, and it's great. I'm like, cool, I'm not happy that I didn't go into work today. I could have used that money, but I understand why I'm here. This was a good thing. And we keep working the land, and the bobcat gets there, and immediately I understood the current economic status of everyone who worked in the auto industry way back when, who lost their jobs to machines. Because this thing, in the span of 20 minutes, ripped up like a third of the fucking area that I was working on in goddamn no time. And I'm like, I understand now. I understand why this was such a big deal. I understand why people were freaking out and losing their minds over this shit. Because I just lost my job. And so my job goes from working the land to being a part of this, to being part of the clear the path crew for the machine. And that's not a big deal. And there's been a character in my life that I haven't really talked about. For the most part, is because when I talk about people in these videos, it's because they've had a heavy impact. They've been monumentalists in shaping my week, or there's been a reason why I've mentioned them, type of thing. There's been a character in my life that's always kind of been there, but I haven't really mentioned about because I haven't had the need to. And in previous times that I could have mentioned this character, it would have felt more like a character assassination versus someone who doesn't have a medium to kind of like fight back on it. So, I've kind of chosen against doing that multiple times in the past, but this time I have to talk about this character because a large part of the reason why I've been stressed out of my mind, a large part of the reason why I've been anxious in anticipation of this week is because of this character. And I didn't realize it until we were there and the Bobcat was there and we're working on the land. And what I mean by this character is my dad has a girlfriend. And she's been here for like 5 years. And that's important. Like, that's very important to this story, that she's been here for a while. It's not like my dad just started dating this girl and we went out to work the land. No, like, she's been here for a while. She kind of like knows how we all function and how everything is, and how we kind of like work as people. And she's part of this whole like land owning process type thing. So like, it's a big deal, And the reason why I mentioned all of this is because she refused to work the land. And her logic behind that was, well, I bought the Bobcat, so I wouldn't have to work. So therefore, I'm not going to work because I bought the Bobcats. And don't get me wrong, I understand that ideology. I do. However, the whole reason why I was there was because my dad had no one to help him work the land, no one to help him maneuver the pieces that would block the work and would get in the way of doing the work. He didn't have anyone to help. And that's why I was there. I was there to help him move and maneuver the fucking pieces of tree that we were ripping up. So it wasn't that I was doing hard work. It wasn't that I was, doing a lot of work. It was just that I was moving pieces aside and adding to these piles. And I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of like crossing my arms. And I'm kind of just waiting for my next piece to get picked up. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the scene that's kind of happening in front of me. And I'm like, why the fuck am I here? And I don't mean that in like I don't mean that in this like douchebag way of, I shouldn't be here because this isn't what I should be doing. That I have better things to be doing with my time. Like, it's family. You fucking move mountains for family if you can. It's that I took off work. I drove an hour and a half into the country with my beat up old truck. I, lost work shift. And I did a no call, no show because of the whole, like, only 2 weeks out type thing. And I've created this whole thing all because the girlfriend doesn't want to like push aside trees. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this and I'm kind of like putting it all together and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. And as I'm sitting here, I'm getting more and more pissed off at the fact that I'm just sitting here and I'm not doing anything. And one of the things that I really hate is that I hate wasting time. And this entire thing where I'm just kind of like standing there with my dick in my hands, for lack of a better way of expressing how much time I just wasted with my arms crossed. I'm like, this was a huge waste of time. I could have done a million other things. I could have went to work. I could have done all these. I could have done so many other things. So many other productive things. But instead I'm here. Not because I need to be. Not because I want to be. But because this girl doesn't want to move trees. And let me tell you, nothing will piss you off more than the realization, especially when you don't have money to just spit out your asshole, that you've wasted $130 because someone else was too lazy to push aside a tree branch. Like, there is nothing that will piss you off more than that realization of, I don't need to be here. So as I'm having this realization, as I'm having this, I'm not going to say moment of crisis, because, like, I was fine. You know, in the end, I was fine. I was just consumed by this all-encompassing rage, for lack of a better term. I was like, this is so, like, why am I, like, why? And it got to the point where I'm like, I recognized it in myself. I got real bitter, real quick. And I started, like, I'm not gonna say I started taking it out on her, but I definitely went from my everything is good, we're all happy, to a very I'm not gonna say evil, but a very petty, very antagonistic way. And it was not pretty. It's not a side I enjoy seeing of myself. It's not something I even enjoy acknowledging of myself. But it's like, it was like a fucking switch. It was so intense. And there's really no other way I can say it. It was like, oh God. So there was that. And then Friday, I worked both jobs. I did what I had to do. Thursday, I went to class, did my thing. Wednesday, things got moved around because of course they did. Like, and then the rest of the week was just a very boring, almost nondescript week. Oh no, Friday stuff did happen. So I am terrible with dates. I'm gonna be honest. I am absolutely garbage with dates. So before all that happened, I'm over here like, okay, I know Rogue's birthday is soon. Like, it's this week. I just don't remember what day it is. So I start texting our other friend, the one other friend group we have, like, together. With the few numbers I have, I'm like, hey, does anyone know what day Rogue's birthday is? And they were like, yeah, it was Monday. And I'm like, shit. But don't worry, we're getting together on today at around 7. And I'm like, perfect. That'll be my, like, hee, I didn't forget. I did not know your birth date type thing. So we started hanging out. We're doing all, like, we're hanging out at this little get together, and it's really fun and it's cute, and it ended up being with the life group that we have, that we all kind of like share, and we're doing, and we're talking about Barnabas, and we're talking about Good Friday and the meaning of Good Friday and all these other things. We didn't meet up today, and all this other stuff, and it's a great time, and it's just like this was good. And then we ended up watching Vines, and just laughing our asses off. It was great. And then after, me and Rogue went to Steak and Shake. And we're like, cool, now we can have dessert. We can have a good time, a good, nice time. And it was like, what the fuck? anything. And we just hung out and we got to celebrate her birthday because I'm an asshole. And that's really the only way I can describe it, is that I forgot the day of her birth because I'm an asshole and I didn't know it really to begin with. I just knew it was coming up because we talked about it. We talked about her birthday coming up and it being a thing and everything. You never really luck out with these type of things, but I kind of lucked out in the sense of she got a second job, so her birthday was spent working. So I got the opportunity to be like, yeah, I've been really sick. I've been, not feeling all that well. So I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Do you want to do something now? Type thing. And she goes, yeah, no, it's fine. I was working anyway. And I'm like, yay, adult life saved me. But it was just one of those things where it's like, okay. So that was fun. We got to like hang out and have shakes and shits. But then Thursday was a normal day. Wednesday was a normal day. Tuesday I had a test, which freaks me out because I'm terrible at math. You can probably get that. I'm absolute garbage at math. That just went through the mountain. Didn't even try. I didn't even try to not go through the mountain. But it was weird being a part of such a normal week just for the weekend to be absolutely bonkers. And I didn't even get the chance to see Ready Player One this weekend because I was gonna do a review about it. Because I'm not gonna lie, Ready Player One has a lot of work. If it wants me to be okay with it, just based off all the promotional material and everything I've seen about it, I am not okay with this film existing. And that's definitely a me thing. I understand that. So it's probably going to be a difficult movie for me to review anyway. But just kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, that's been my week. I've been talking for 22 minutes, which isn't a sane amount of time. But that's been my week, and really my weekend, because nothing happened during the week, and just my weekend was fucking insane. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being a part of my daily routine, and just my daily life, I guess now. That's a weird way of saying it, especially when I've been doing it for like 3 years. That's a weird ass way of saying it. It's not like I've just started doing this. It's not like this is new things for anyone. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I struggle with basic things. Oh. But there was that. So yeah, I'm gonna call this a video now. I have a lot of Overwatch to be playing because that Platinum Road has been a disaster for just an upload schedule for some reason. I can't figure out how to upload 2 videos a day to save my life, so I'm gonna have to just workshop that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.